All right, so last week I was talking about identity having a kind of fluid personality, and that kind of leads to this, I would say, almost chameleon effect in a sense, where you're kind of able to adapt to a lot of situations and able to like move around rather easily without even having to think about the conscious kind of work that goes into doing it. And I feel what can happen kind of easily when you're doing this, as you can have a feeling of being stagnant. And not necessarily being stagnant because nothing is happening, but because what you're doing at that particular moment have drifted so far away from your ideals and all the things that kind of make you, you, that at some point you just kind of end up feeling as though you're drowning, even though you're very focused and you're doing a lot of things, but they just don't align with you. Um, Recently, I've been realizing that I feel very blocked in this sense, and that blockage it's kind of funny. I feel as though if I record a video later when I'm not feeling that way, you'd be able to see the expressions that are coming out of me. And I'm blocked in a sense of love, feeling, expression, a lot of things, as though my emotional half has suddenly been detached from my body, like it's just been separated. And I never really paid much attention to this. But a little while ago, a friend of mine who I've met quite a few times in a few places around the world that we've just ended up like traveling together and stuff. Actually, two people. They mentioned that I am different. And at the time, I didn't really understand what they meant. I'm like, how can I be different? But then I started to kind of think about it and reflect, and I was realizing that actually I am quite different. I behave differently. And I feel more free in certain environments. And I'm not really sure if it's the actual environment or it's just my mental association with the place that just makes me feel as though I can express myself um, fully. Last time this happened, I ended up going to Chicago. And while I was in Chicago, I kind of worked on all the projects that I've wanted to work on for a very long time, but for some reason I haven't been allowing myself to do that. Um, and each time so far that I've followed what I would say is my heart, but I don't like using that. I say follow my intuition or my feelings or more of the voice within me that tells me what I should do next. I've always been very satisfied. I don't like using the word happy because of all of its connotations, but I feel an immense feeling of satisfaction while I'm doing these things, as I'm doing them. And it's something that I haven't been feeling lately. And for that reason, I feel as though it's time to go on another one of these journeys to kind of unblock and decalcify and kind of get rid of all this stuff that's formed for some reason that I can't really identify. Um, so that was the point of this video. I kind of wanted to reflect on the continual fight that you have to have with yourself for your own identity. You know who you are, you know how things work for you, how you react to things, how you pretty much live your life, but there are different challenges and things along the way if you're not, I would say, connected to yourself that end up pushing you to do particular things that you might not necessarily think are the best for you, or you might not even associate with your personality. Um, and I guess as I continually try to look for the things that interest me and fight for the things that interest me and really do just that in my life, this issue comes up quite a bit because you meander and you end up somewhere where you think you want it to be. And then when you reflect, you realize, not really, but it's kind of close. And you keep kind of wiggling back and forth. But what I'm hoping is going to happen is eventually all these meanderings will kind of come together. And when they do, um, I will start to feel the kind of sense of satisfaction that I've been longing for the majority of my adult life. So yeah, I guess it's time to go full throttle and really just start pursuing things that give me satisfaction. Because I'm realizing that you're your advocate, you fight for yourself, and if no one else does, you're kind of struggling by yourself because no one else knows this. As usual, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, continue being awesome.